Welcome back. Part two of our Mercury Retrograde, what to expect, what we are going through, our 2024 forecast, and how great things will be and can be if we allow them to, not only during this season, but forever. So we're back, my loves. And I have a treat for you. Okay. I know you all have been waiting for the second episode. It did take me a little while. Okay. Not too long. Y'all are just impatient. I saw the angry messages. I did. It's okay. So, what I would like you all to focus on during this time, it is now 7:04 a.m. Okay. We are awake, happy, grateful. It's Friday, you guys. January 5th, a Friday. Isn't that a blessing? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to go study your numerology. I've taught numerology classes here at the Hoodoo Shop. Go to thehoodooshop.com and look for the Four Witches section, which is where literally not every, I'm still releasing treasures of my arsenal one by one. But you can find so many classes that have taught you all on love magic, on prosperity, on wealth within yourself. Because how are you going to make any money if you don't feel well? If you don't feel good about you, what's the point? And that is what I have taught, right? For those of you that like the glitz and glamours, my mermaids of the world, yes, I've taught the glamour magic. And you all, I have finally released kits at the Hoodoo Shop. Kits. For those of you that don't know what kits are, for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you guys, I have a solution to the problem. So, as you all know, I am busy. If you have seen my calendar lately, I am booked out for weeks ahead of time. Thankfully, gratefully, I am so grateful for you all. But, but, with that being said, there's so many orders having to be filled in regards to your physical work, right? Being a priestess is hard labor, you guys. I create everything that I give to you. So, with that being said, it takes time. It's a labor of love. So, I made the kits, right? Go into the Hoodoo Shop so you can see what I'm talking about. It's in the Conjure at Home section. The Conjure at Home section is for those of you that are learning to do magic on your own and you need a little help. So we have so many different options. There are still options being added by the team, and I am grateful for them as well. Thank you all. You have helped me, you have blessed me, you have loved me, and you have been patient with me, and I am so grateful. And these kids, each individual one, you guys know that I love my sweet treats. You all know that I am a mermaid through and through. And with that being said, I have beautiful desserts available at the Hoodoo Shop. You literally have to go see what I'm talking about. But the kits are combinations of candles or lamp ingredients and all kinds of beautiful things and potions and amulets so that you can create your own magical desires and manifest them themselves yourselves. With that being said, of course, you can always come and book with me. You can always come and talk to your love goddess and come to your priestess, and I will sit with you. And if you know that I will take my time with you and I will pour into you and I will teach you step by step if I have to. You don't believe me? Go read the reviews. Go read the reviews. So, you guys, Mercury retrograde. You all have old flames popping up, huh? Even flings. They're just showing up, asking questions about your life. You want to know why? Because you're valuable. That's what you need to understand and accept. And as tempting as it may be to entertain bullshit, and I do mean that, as tempting as it may be to entertain bullshit, it's not good for you. It's such a waste of time. Once you get to a certain point in time in your life, you don't want to what you doing text. You have other things to be doing. You have bills to pay. And I'm not saying that in an impoverished kind of way. I'm saying that in a grown up kind of way. Okay. I'm not talking about just utility bills in your home. You are trying to pay bills for vacations, for leisure, for comfort. Okay, to be free. That is the ultimate goal. And with that being said, you guys, I'm also training you all on how to open your own botanicas. I have been training priestesses for years. If you don't believe me, I will. For those of you who know, that I was employed by some of the best Black Spectrum Network, the Voodoo Institute. I was employed there for years. Students and clients are still here. Don't believe me? They're probably somewhere in the comment section. Or they will be sometime soon. Um, I've been training priestesses for years. And so, for those of you that are looking for someone to guide you and help you to build your own clientele and create your own magical products and saps and serums and things, come visit me. Come to my in person classes. I will be hosting one here in Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas. Okay, in August of 2024. Spots are limited, so I want you all to sign up as quickly as possible because you already are. We have a few spots left now, and if I have to make certain exceptions, I will. Please get in contact with me. If I can do something about it, I absolutely will. If not, don't freak out. I host them every 3 months or so. So, well, that's the goal, is to host them every 3 months or so. It depends on what happens. So, um, so with that being said, I want you all to prep and train to come to the in-person classes in August so I can teach you how to do some beautiful things. I have such a beautiful treat for the workshop. Yes, you will be getting cleansed. You will be getting your readings, your divinations, your consultations. They will be private. So you will not be sharing your sessions with anyone else. I will be cleaning you off. So come dressed in your all whites. And we will be doing some beautiful things. After you sign up, of course, you're going to receive your supply list. And all the instructions that you need to be a wonderful, beautiful girl. And for the gentlemen, I do not leave you out, but your sessions are held separately from the women's. So if you would like me to, I will consider hosting male only sessions as well. Absolutely. Um, but in the meantime, we're going to focus on the present and try our best to plan for the present so that we may plan for the future. With that being said, back to our forecast. Old flings. Yeah. Don't entertain bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. It disrupts our peace, right? It really does. It really disrupts your peace. You guys, I've been thinking about this lately. There have been so many things just showing up. We are going through very sensitive and vulnerable times right now. Mercury retrograde is a very emotionally sensitive time because you have to remember that you always come first. The zero comes first and then the one, right? Right. Right. You are the crown. So you have to take care of the crown in order to take care of your surroundings. If you cannot have control over yourself, you cannot have control over your environment and the people around you, in the great words of Nicki Minaj. Okay. And so y'all need to know that in order to control what's going on around you, you're going to have to be able to control yourselves. If you don't entertain it, it cannot grow. Right? Take pride in that. Take pride in the fact that this is only going to be something if I allow it to be something. And the question truly is, do I want it to be anything? Mercury retrograde is a great time to get grounded. Put your feet in the grass. Yes, I know it's cold outside. You need to find a way to have your bare feet on the ground inside the house. Something you better work with the Ogungun to figure out what works for you in your bloodline. But make things shake, right? Do not be impatient with yourselves. Because we are going through so much emotionally, it's makes us feel like we should be doing more in our present. And that's not necessarily the case. We want to make sure that we are not confusing our emotional reality, right, with our logical reality. Emotionally, we can feel like we are very behind only because we're thinking about the mistakes that we made in the past. But if you look at your logical reality, it's the beginning of a new year. Why would I be thinking about the past anyway? If it does not necessarily apply to my future, we can't do anything about the past. It's not like I can change any of these things. I should just recognize my error and move on. Are you able to do that? Are you able to move on? A great Mambo say, once said to me that you cannot have accountability and shame. They're not supposed to, they can't exist in the same place. So take accountability. Do not beat yourself up. Take it on the chin. Learn the lesson and move on. There's nothing else that you can or should do. I hope that this helps. I hope you guys like the podcast so far. It's been lovely, hasn't it? I like this, you guys. Because I know that you don't always have time to sit down and watch a class, and I don't always have time to sit down and film one, right? You have so many classes available at the Hoodoo Shop. You know, some of you have almost every class, if not every class I have ever taught. I've ever taught. You have in a boatload, a basket full of beautiful things, and oh my God, you guys. So, speaking of basket full of things, I want to do something with you all. I would like to start a dessert series with you where I teach you how to work with more festive forms of magic for more fun related purposes. They're still going to pack a punch, okay? But I need to teach you all how to apply hoodoo in the kitchen to magical understandings, right? For those of you that have been learning magical herbalism from me, you understand how certain things work. I want to take that a step further. So let me know if you want this series, because if you do, you guys, I will make it a series. That's also partially what the kits were created for as well. You'll see that there are certain kits labeled as baskets, and in the baskets there are cookies that are candles, of course. And they come with love sap and other saps and potions from the Hoodoo Shop. And you are able to literally create a sweet, decadent dessert, right? I give you all the ingredients, you put it together and create something beautiful. So I want to see what you all are going to make. And I wanted to teach you how to use these things in this series. So stay tuned. That's coming in 2024 as well. Wink. Also, Valentine's Day is coming. Yes, I know that I'm getting off topic and I will get back to the series soon. But Valentine's Day is coming. What are you all going to do? You do know that you should be buying love magic. You should be doing love magic in general, whether you're in a relationship or not. You should, so that you can love on yourself. Sometimes when we have not been in relationships with other people for a long time, and I mean genuine relationships, like long term, we can become, I don't want to use the word embittered, but embittered. And I know how that feels because it does not feel good for a woman to hear the word bitter. It doesn't feel good for anybody to hear the word bitter. But I think that people make it a lot worse than it actually is. It's okay to be a little bitter sometimes. I'm not going to say that it's okay, but it's normal. There we go. It is not okay, but it is perfectly normal for you to be angry, right? So, if you do find yourself angry during Valentine's Day, you should absolutely be doing magic. People always talk about the love, but people should also talk about how angry people are around that time. It can be a very difficult time to exist, right? All right, guys, back to the show. So, we're talking about Mercury retrograde. We're talking about the 2024 yearly forecast. And the conversation is that was that if we allow the year, our time, our life to be wonderful, then it shall be. Four is the number of stability. Four is half eight. For those of you that know anything about your numerology, what is the eight for? Personal power. If you will it to be, it will be. Right? If you will it to be, it will be. I like to say that the eight is the number right before you take it too far. Why? Because the nine is the number of death. And I have always said that you decide what dies during the nine, right? The nine is a six. Six is karma. What you choose to do is what's going to ultimately take you out. So, Mercury retrograde, right? If you find yourself getting into it and clashing with people during this time, and I don't mean like you're just fighting with people, I mean people are calling you on your shit. Okay. If you're on the other end of things, if you're the ex calling somebody, you need to get your shit together because the people on the other end of this, you are finding any way to avoid accountability for your actions. Truth be told, everybody's kind of going through that as well. We're all going through our own personal delusions, attempting to avoid reality about what's going on. But, but some of us are willing to let it go. Awareness is everything. Accountability is everything. You can say, okay, I did that. I'm going to make sure I don't do it again. Learned behavior is the best offering that you can give. Word to Mambo LaBelle Venus. She told me that once. She said, learn behavior. That is the greatest offering that you can give. You can give your ancestors the finest champagne, gold. You can give them beautiful jewels. You can give them large feasts almost every week. Okay. Be in that kitchen for hours slaving. And they love all of that. That's cool or whatever. But baby, if you out here acting a fool, they got a problem with that. Because, sweetheart, nothing, you can't buy God. You can't buy God. And that's another thing. That is a major lesson of this season that a lot of people are going to have to learn this year. You cannot buy God. It does not matter how much money you have, how much money you spend. This is going to be a real year of karma for a lot of people. It's already started. It's already started. It has. And it's good. It's a good thing. There's a cleansing happening. That's a good thing. That's, we're talking about Mercury retrograde, right? And you all think that I'm jumping back and forth, but I absolutely am not. My point is, you all, is that you can't buy God. You can't. We live in a society where money is very accessible to a lot of people. A lot of people feel like it's accessible to the wrong people, and I believe that's where we get our hairs crossed. We shouldn't be worried about one another's wealth. And unfortunately, because of the internet, your lifestyle is allowed to be put in the face of others. From a moral perspective, it makes you question whether or not we should be allowed to do something like that. Should we be allowed to flaunt our wealth in front of other people? But hey, that's why God gave us free will, right? He absolutely did. He gave us free will. And that's where the "you can't buy God" statement comes from. That right there. He gave us free will. What are you deciding to do with that free will? What are you deciding to do with that free will? Are you deciding to buy your way, quote unquote, out of trouble? Imagine being able to buy your way out of trouble on earth, but do nothing about it in heaven. You paid off everybody that you could while you were alive, and the day that you died, God said, "So what's up?" He said, "So, what's good?" How does that feel? What do you say to that? How do you explain it? So fascinating. It's been a beautiful morning, you all. Wonderful. I'm having a deja vu moment right now, guys. You all hear eating in the background. This is a deja vu moment. I had a dream a long time ago that I would be standing in a beautiful home surrounded by great people making this podcast for y'all. I told y'all I was gonna do it. For those of you that know, shout out to the Love Army, to the real love goddesses, patrons, and students, and those of you that have been with me for literally years. Because you all know, every time I've said I was gonna do something, I did it. Every single time. Every single time I said I was gonna do something, I did it. I told y'all I was gonna open the school, it's open. The Hoodoo Shop is open. The House of Frida is open for you all to come and learn and join mentorship. Come on. I'm ready for you. Believe it or not. Look, come and learn Hoodoo. Come and learn Vodou. Come and learn Ifa. Come on. That's right. I'm trained in all three. Initiated too. Come on. Come learn from me. Come sit with me. Come talk to me. Let's see. Let's see who you are. I say this because this podcast has been years in the making, and it'll get better over time. Yes, I plan to add visuals as well. But I had a dream a long time ago that I was going to open the doors of the House of Frida for you all. And I am so blessed to be able to say that the doors are open and you are able to come and sit with your priestess and learn from her. and get the love that you need and the care that you need. By the way, I will be hosting children cleansing sessions as well. We have to see how the event in August handles first, where you guys are after your sessions, because for those of you that know that did the Reveal, Heal, and Cleanse sessions with me at the Orisha Hoodoo Institute, if you need time to recover, you need time to rest, and you all are going to be down for a minute. So I will be beginning hosting children's sessions as well. Depending on how you all are feeling, hopefully before the year is over, I may host it before. Well, no, because the mother has to get cleaned off before the children. So sorry, you have to get cleaned off first. You come and then you can bring your babies. Um, and so I I love y'all. I really do. I really, 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 really do love y'all. Ooh. This podcast, this house, all of this has been years in the making, you guys. The Hoodoo Shop. For those of you that know, oh my goodness, guys, honey trap syrup, the very first love magic potion to come out of the Hoodoo Shop. And it has taken care of you all. It has healed your hearts and your minds and giving you the voice that you've needed. And look at how she has evolved. She is lovely, elegant, poised, precise, lethal. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a glorious moment. This is a glorious time. Be grateful for this time because no time is like another, right? We should be more grateful for the time. For the time. Stay tuned for part 3. Bye, guys.